So, starting this one in the middle, because this was a long ride, I took a trip up to Croton-on-Hudson, which is, I guess, with traffic, just a bit more than an hour north of the city. And I've been trying to figure out how to, like, showcase the beauty inside and just outside of Manhattan. Because I think most people just kind of assume that Manhattan is essentially a concrete jungle that's gray and kind of no nature, so to speak, no twisty roads. And this was a little bit of my first attempt at that. Just outside Manhattan, especially on the west side, and taking the Westside Highway up to the Hudson and above that to upstate New York, Catskills, etc. It's just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Great roads for the most part, and especially taking the Westside Highway up from Manhattan, you get these absolutely incredible views, like you're seeing on the right-hand side here. Bridge views, river views, some views on the left-hand side, mostly, I mean, coming down on the right-hand side, but just stunning, especially on a bike. So I think for most of this, I just kind of want to give you that kind of perspective, especially those that are going to be making a trip to Manhattan on a bike, even on a car. I mean, on a car, whether it's a convertible, whether it's kind of in a steel cage, whatever. Some really, truly magnificent views here. Just a nice experience. The only problem is, as you see here, catch it during a time that there isn't heavy traffic there or back. Heading out to Croton-on-Hudson was no traffic at all. It was smooth sailing, and then now coming back, it's just split heaven or hell, just depending on how you look at it. But still, like, hugely enjoyable. It was just such a beautiful day. It was like 65, 70 degrees out. Just a really nice day. I headed out to Croton-on-Hudson because I just wanted to take the ride. I wanted the footage. I wanted to test this 3D, the 360 camera that you see here on the left, on my left handlebars, which was a total failure, of course, because originally I had programmed it to shoot in 360, but then there's a button to turn it on the top. It's like a quick start for it to immediately start recording, and that has different settings, and so I neglected to realize that, and so when I pressed that, it just defaulted to a regular GoPro camera. So it didn't record in 360, but I will be shooting some content with 360 footage, which I think is going to be amazing in Manhattan and kind of around Manhattan, as I kind of try to start up this series to kind of record the beauty of the city, both on the east side through the FDR. The FDR is, aside from it just being absolutely deadly for bikes and for cars, can be really, really beautiful. That's a nice Porsche that looks really nice. So I wanted to do like a whole series showcasing that. This was also one of the first trips that I did with my new headlight, my new Motodemic headlight, which in general is fantastic, but with my OCD it shakes a little bit more than the stock headlight, so I gotta kind of figure out a way to secure it a little bit better. But for sure, I could see so much more with that thing at night. So you just saw that guy kind of fly past me on the left-hand side. I don't know, I'm just not yet. Again, I've only been riding for 4 months or so, 5 months. I'm really not at the point where I could just kind of fly through these cars as I'm splitting. I'm still just too scared. And plus there's still too many asshats kind of riding too close and just don't get it when they hear a motorcycle come up that I'm not your enemy. Right? I'm gonna get ahead of you anyway, just let me pass. Like, do what this guy in front of me is doing on the right. Just just give it the space. Let me go. You don't really want me near you anyway. I make a lot of noise. Kind of annoying. Like this guy in the Toyota. Yeah, just move over. Let me go. I guess you can't really call it upstate. It's Purdy's, which is like West Salem kind of area. Actually, I think it is West Salem. Purdy's is just this amazing restaurant that a buddy of mine turned me on to. It was a home built in, I don't know, whatever, it was like in the 1800s or so. That was converted into a restaurant by this famous chef from the city, and it's just, food's fantastic. The ride up there's fantastic. The house is fantastic. The restaurant's great. Good cocktails, just a really great kind of like an hour and a half ride from the city. It's kind of chill, get away from a lot of it for a bit, and then head back down. Awesome roads. So that's gonna be good footage later on. But yeah, look at this view. I mean, where else are you gonna get this view? And it is also, it is also tough to put into words just how you feel on a bike, in a car, whatever, as you ride through these views. No one gets to do this, right? I mean, how many people actually get to ride, especially on a bike, on a beautiful day like this? How many people get this experience? You know, and I think so many people that were either raised in Manhattan or in the city lose sight of that. You know, and my wife and I, we've only been in the city for about 4 years or so, 5 years. So we try not to take it for granted. We still do like all the touristy shit. We just have a really good time. So here I make the bold decision to get out of this, to get out of these turning lanes. We'll smash into this X5, although, I mean, whatever. Part of it was his fault, just slow down, dude. You see me coming in, but whatever, it is what it is. I nail it hard here. And then, so you saw I pull my visor down. If you're going that fast with your visor up, it's like it's hard to break through. I really should have put my visor down on the road. But all of a sudden here also, like, my legs started hurting. It's not that it started cramping, it's just this like dull pain. It's hard to release. So I did not enjoy the rest of this ride as much. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up for a bit. Look at this view. It's just beautiful. There's another view coming into the city from New Jersey as you're approaching the Lincoln Tunnel, where the city just opens up from the turnpike on one of the turns. And it's one of those things that it's just like if life had a soundtrack. Careful of red cars. Sometimes I'll head up to the cloisters, which is another idea for footage. The cloisters is part of the Met. It's kind of like beautiful old castle-like structure. I don't know, a castle-like structure up above. It's kind of like on the way to Croton, on the way to Hudson. Beautiful, beautiful ride up. And the grounds are actually like really, really nice. We went with the kids a bunch of times. Look at this view. It's just fantastic. Anyway, so sometimes I'll head up there just for no reason. Head up there, turn around, and take Riverside Drive all the way down, which is kind of like in the interior part of the city. It turns into Central Park. Also, just really nice ride. A lot of bicyclists over there, so just beware. A lot of traffic lights, but just take that take that route if you just, if you're not pressed on time and you just kind of want to see a lot of greenery. Really pretty. For some reason, I think 2 out of the 3 times that I've taken that route so far, I can call it right. Just cruising down here, enjoying this view. Beautiful. Great day, great views. Heading back up to Croton tonight after a pickup load, just bought a car. So we're gonna head up to Croton tonight to see some friends. And I asked him what tequila they drink, so he mentioned this tequila and told me good luck finding it. He's on some kind of a waiting list to find it. Of course, I find it. $180. Like, what the fuck? So that's what I'm on my way here now to pick up on the way home. Absolutely stunning. What a great experience. I get to do this whenever I want. What a privilege. I think on these recordings the wind situation should get a lot better. Just got one of those media mods for the GoPro, which should buffet a lot of the wind out. And I actually recorded some footage with that already, as well as the 360 camera. So I'm excited to hear the difference. The city's coming into view. Traffic almost always starts to pick up kind of right in this area as you start to enter a city where the turnoffs begin. I think they begin somewhere around 59th Street. 56th. And there it is. Anyway, the rest of this is lane splitting and essentially traffic in the city, which is pretty much all of my other videos. But anyway, I'm hoping to record a lot more of these where just kind of showcasing more and more of the beauty of the interior, the exterior of the city, greenery, different neighborhoods, etc. Cheers.